Hello, everyone. Welcome to Legal Libations. My name is Sean Williams. I am here with my gracious co-host.
Raquel Smith. Hi, welcome to Legal Libations.
And Prince Williams.
Today's topic is going to be, can you have it all? And when I ask, can you have it all, it's more of, as lawyers, we're not just lawyers, we wear multiple hats. And the question is, how does one balance wearing those multiple hats, whether it be husband, father, friend, son, daughter? How does one actually balance that? And can you balance it? You know, it's not even how can you, but can you balance it? So Raquel, please talk to us.
Sure, I'm still figuring out whether or not I can balance it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot. We have
Yes.
very demanding jobs, professions. I mean, I think I speak for all of us when I say easily we can put in 6 days in the office
Yes.
out of a 7-day work week like that, and time flies by. So I struggle with prioritizing work over everything else in my life. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh my God, when's the last time I got my hair done, my feet done, or like gone on a date or anything,
Yeah.
because I love what I do.
Yes.
And I get a lot of fulfillment out of it. But I think part of the issue as well is that you can't get wrapped up into work only, because then also you become a one-dimensional person, right?
That's true.
And so, you know, some people will ask me, what are your hobbies? I'm like, oh my
man.
God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a boring person.
Yeah.
But I obviously appreciate those questions because it brings it into perspective. Like, okay, what are my hobbies?
Yeah.
Like, am I
What
I
do I
making
like?
sure
Yeah.
to take care of myself and explore other things that, you know, this life has to offer?
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest with you, I think I go through phases where
Okay.
I'll just be like work, and then I'll be better about other things. But
Okay.
it's a difficult line to sort of walk
Yeah.
because it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
just, it's
Yeah.
a lot. It doesn't sound eloquent, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just the easiest way for me to say it.
I agree with you. I think a lot of it just is, for me, is learning how to use my calendar and schedule my life out. For me, traveling is really,
Yeah,
really
you do
big.
Yeah,
travel
you
a
travel
lot.
all the time.
Love to travel. Yeah, like I just got back from LA a few weeks ago, but I love traveling. And because that's important to me, I've learned to not let anything come before that. Of course I have to work, and I work a lot because I'm running my own practice.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Do you find that your practice trumps everything or everyone else?
To be quite honest with you, a lot of times it does. And I'm doing a better job of working on that because a lot of times I don't have balance. And that's very difficult to have when you really do truly enjoy what it is that you do, because it doesn't feel like work. So I can put in 12 hours on a Saturday easily and not think, oh, you just spent all day working, because I enjoy what I do. And so, but I have had many situations where I'm putting my work first, and that is a struggle. And I think we all kind of deal with that.
I think part of my struggle too, sorry to cut you off, is especially when you have your own practice like you, Prince, because I do not, but I've seen the amount of work and blood, sweat, tears that you have to put into it to even like get to just like breaking even, right? So I feel like you have to prioritize work if you want to be successful.
Exactly.
And then later on, maybe
Yeah.
you can sort of prioritize other things. But at this juncture, you are successful, but you're still newer in the game.
But here's the
right?
thing that I realized though too, like you really do have to find that happy medium, because what ends up happening is that you're right, especially as a young attorney, I am constantly thinking about the trajectory of my career, how successful or unsuccessful I'm being. And so being a young, ambitious person, it's already kind of a curse in itself, sometimes. But just knowing, or for me, it's just also knowing that if I work all the time, there's going to come a point where I'm going to burn out and I'm going to crash and burn. And I've seen it happen to so many attorneys where they've worked so long and so much that it becomes a downhill spiral. And so for me, I've realized that, and so traveling helps me keep that balance, And the cool thing about today is that technology has advanced so far where I can do work in Puerto Rico or in Greece. I can do work from anywhere as long as I'm scanning everything in. You can call clients with Ring Central or Google. I mean, there's so many things in place now where you can pretty much run your practice anywhere in the world. And so I think that has helped me a lot to just create that balance.
See, in a way, I kind of envy you guys because my dynamic is a little bit different. Being a husband and also a father, I can't just spend 12 straight hours in the office because at that point, my wife is going to look at me and say, you know you do have a young child and I'm not your daycare
So you
center.
can't just be like, let's go to Puerto Rico.
Let's go to
Bye, Sean. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, exactly. So no, it's a different dynamic for me, and what I'm struggling with right now is really trying to find that true balance as to, okay, I'm going to put my hours in work, but then I also have to put my hours in my marriage. Then I also have to put in my hours as a father. So it's really, and then outside of that, sometimes I feel like the worst child ever because I might go like 3-4 weeks without speaking to my parents. Yeah, talking to my moms. Or so
That's awful, Sean.
I know I'm a terrible person.
No, I sometimes find myself
Going over to my
in the
parents.
same
Like my parents
situation.
literally live maybe 20-25 minutes away from my house. So
You are bad.
I am bad, exactly. So it's a simple drive, but it's okay. On this Saturday, I have to put in work for this case. Then I have to spend time with the wife, have a date night because you can't, forget date night. Then you have to. My son, and the cool thing about it actually, and what really puts things into perspective is my son. He doesn't care about you having to put in hours in work. You have date night with mommy. He doesn't care about that. When I come in, it's wrestle time. He's ready to play. So I don't care if you've had a long day at work. It doesn't.
He don't care either.
It doesn't matter.
He
He doesn't care. So it's what, and that honestly is truly the joy of all of this. So in putting things into perspective, that balance is, I'm truly struggling with it as to just finding time and allocating time to, okay, work, wife, house, whatever it may be. But what I envy about you guys is this. You guys can literally, like you said, drop everything and say, you know what, I need a break from life.
Yeah.
I'm
do it all the
traveling.
time.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I have to schedule.
Yeah.
I have to schedule.
But Sean, to be quite honest with you, there's a flip side to that too. Me and Raquel may be an exception because, I think we're pretty much happy with our lives now, right? But there's a big lot of people who wish they were in your position. There are many people out here who wish they were married now, who wish they had kids now, and they don't. And they are walking around feeling as if they're not a complete person.
Yeah.
And it's preventing them from doing a lot in life. When you walk around with this inadequate feeling because you feel like well, all my peers are married and all my peers have, And so the other thing is, in order to figuring out if you can have it all, what I realize is, first of all, we got to define for ourselves what having it all means. I'm now to the point where I'm not interested in what everybody else is doing and what they have, just what makes you happy, And I think when you focus on that and realize that I don't have to keep up with everybody else, I don't have to have this and that and this many cars and this, this house. What makes you happy? And I think that helps keep that, in perspective. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you know what is your definition of can you have it all? That was a really good question how you posed it. What is your definition of can you have it all? If you have one.
I don't know if I've ever defined that. And so that's actually really helpful for me to hear you say that because I struggle with it, Do I have it all? What is it? And am I happy? Because sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, it would be nice to come home to someone, but I don't think that's what would make me happy because I love my house. I love coming home. It's like
you don't like being
But you can share that with somebody.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just.
It's Raquel. Honestly,
Sometimes I'm kind of like a cat. Don't bother me. But I don't know if I've actually really defined what having it all means for me. I know that friends and relationships are very important to me. My family's important to me. And to be honest, I want to be able to live a certain lifestyle. And so if I have to put in the work to live that lifestyle, then that's important to me too.
That being said, I think we definitely learned some great pointers today. We really did.
Let's do a toast.
Let's do a toast.
Let's do a toast to the can-do
Can-do
attitude.
attitude.
Come on, let's do that.